Okay, cool. Let's go ahead and get started. My name is Jared McGriff. I'm head of marketing here at HyperTrack. And what we do at HyperTrack is we have AI agents, workforce apps, location APIs, and SDKs that help your workers get the job done. And this is in a shift work context as well as a field service context. So most of our users are workers in shift work capacity or those conducting field service requests and service orders, fixing equipment and things like that on sites in particular, using workforce apps. So that's 1 second on HyperTrack. Again, we're hosting this webinar today to show folks what we're doing in terms of AI and how we're helping customers close out service orders and shifts the same day. I'm joined here by Vilas Jain, and he's with us from the product team. He's the lead AI product manager, and he'll go through the discussion here and lead us. Again, if you have any questions, feel free to drop those in the chat, and then also you can raise your hand and we can unmute you and we'll go from there. So we do have a slide presentation and then a demo. And so it would be good if you could ask questions either right after we do the slide presentation before the demo or after the demo. So again, thanks for joining us. I'm happy that we have a full house today, and we'll pass it on to Vilas. Thank you.
Awesome. Thanks so much, Jared. Hey, everyone. Thanks for joining. So we're excited to chat with you guys about something we've been working on and we're super excited about. So please give me a second. Jared, let me know once everyone can see my screen and everything looks good.
Yeah, all good.
Okay, perfect. Awesome. Welcome, everyone. So today we're going to talk about closing out orders same day with AI. I don't know how many of you guys are familiar with HyperTrack, but we help shift work marketplaces and service companies and basically anyone with a field force on the ground. And we help them track their people. We help them build trust with their customers, with their workers. And this leads to significant results for our customers. 60% reduction in no-shows, 70% improvement in NPS, and millions of dollars saved every month. So that's what HyperTrack does. And we've been in the industry for a long time. All the big names trust us. And we've learned a thing or two. So one of the biggest things that we've learned is increasingly workers want to get paid almost instantaneously after working. And it's in everyone's interest, the customer, the business, it's in everyone's interest to close out the shift as soon as possible. Obviously the happy path would be that the worker goes to the shift, they perform the work, the customer is happy, everything went as planned, they get paid instantly. But we all know reality is messier than that, right? As they say, shift happens. And sometimes shift hits the fan. And so there's always exceptions to the happy path, almost always. In the majority of the cases, there's an exception. There could be a time or attendance dispute. There's no calls, no shows. There's late cancellations. There's many different corner cases. And it's hard to call them corner cases because they happen more often than the happy path. So what does this lead to? So usually people have to be involved. People from the operations team have to make phone calls, send out text messages, and attempt to bridge the gap between the customer, the worker, and the ops team. So there's, even though there's all these automation systems in place, the gaps between them exist. None of these systems are perfect at talking to each other, regardless of what your field force stack is. And we're living in a time where AI is conversational and there's actual use for it. It can be the glue between all these different systems, which help tie the story together deal with every single exception in a way that prioritizes the human beings in the transaction and understands their needs, helps reconcile the differences. So without like this AI glue, what happens is a lot of compliance issues, a lot of payment clawbacks, delayed payments. This leads to churned customers, churned workers, right? Manual post-shift reconciliation. And all these things can be avoided. So HyperTrack is building the world's best closeout agent. Um, Closeout agent is good at one thing and one thing only, which is closing out the shift. It talks to the workers, it talks to your ops team, it talks to the customer if needed, finds whatever information all parties are missing, talks to them, confirms that everyone's okay with it, and it closes out the shift. That means it gets everyone on the same page. Now, what's important is this works regardless of what platform your people exist on. Whether they're more comfortable on WhatsApp, they're more comfortable on SMS, whether they're more comfortable on voice, whether they're more comfortable by just staying inside your app. The agent works regardless of what channel it operates on and what medium, whether it's text or voice or anything like that. And with every order, every shift across all our customers, this agent gets better and better at its singular purpose, which is closing out the shift. Um, if you leverage kind of our in-app SDK, these are some of the kind of things you can eventually do. Statement of work, which clarifies roles and responsibilities between your customer and your workers. Confirmation and reminders, right? So you can use rich user interfaces integrated within chat, so you can have the best of both worlds. Flexible user interfaces and conversational interfaces. Expense reimbursement, payment summaries. So the worker can, this is commonly where disputes occur. The worker can look at their payout, look at the dissection of the payout, and they can confirm or dispute, or they can ask for an explanation. Explain my payout to me. A happy worker is someone who's been given all the information, their questions have been answered, and they're satisfied, and they got paid exactly how much they expected to pay. And all this operates on voice as well. Some of our customers and workers are more comfortable with phone calls. Even within voice, you'll find a variety of different options, which all convert at a different rate. You could have inbound phone call, outbound phone call, inbound within app, outbound from your app. There's many different possibilities. And we work with our customers to discover the channel and the medium which converts the best for them. And the closeout agent takes whatever part of your pipeline you're seeing disengagement, whether it's your workers, your customers, and it revives that. It resuscitates that part so that your closeout story is smooth and it is an ideal experience for your people. Because for HyperTrack, it's all about the people. It's all about the people in your system. So let's take a look. So for one of our customers, their kind of what's standing in the way of closing out for them is collecting meal breaks. So as simple as it sounds, in certain states, every state has its own compliance law for collecting meal breaks for W-2 workers. And if you don't log workers' meal breaks, you were actually non-compliant and you cannot close out the shift. And what we heard from customers is they have trouble confirming this. And as simple as it sounds, right? It sounds like I can just ask a question. I can just send out a survey. Doesn't work. This is where conversational intelligence is needed. So this particular customer's HyperTrack closeout agent just takes on this small slice and it helps close out. So let's take a look at how it works. So I'm going to fire off a meal break agent for myself. And so right now this operates over SMS because that's what's converting for our customer currently. And let's set the time to 12 p.m. so that this shift is just about to finish. I'm located in New York. What you're looking at obviously is an internal interface. This is not exposed to customers. What customers see is this. So this is the HyperTrack agents dashboard, and they can observe their agents interacting with their people. Now, what this agent just did was send me an SMS. So this is my iMessage window. I have an SMS coming from this agent. Now, this agent also explains its thinking. So it's saying, this worker shift started at 12:14, supposed to last for 2 hours. Shift is almost over. Let's go and find out when their meal breaks were. And let's say I'm the worker and I try to talk to it. So I talk to it just like I would talk to a person. There's many things you can configure here. You can configure the agent to answer questions. You can configure the agent to escalate to a human if needed. So it says for a 2-hour meal break might not be mandatory. So let's try and talk to it like I took a meal break halfway through for 20 minutes, and then another one 3/4 of the way through my shift for 10 minutes. So more conversational, right? We don't need them to report data in a certain format. As you can see, it calculated when my meal breaks were, and right after the shift, it's going to message me back and reconfirm my meal breaks. So, we use the user interface to trigger this, but obviously you would trigger this via the HyperTrack orders API and just indicate that this is a worker for which you want to activate the closeout agent and specifically the meal break agent within the closeout agent. Once meal breaks are collected, so on the left, these statuses tell you for Vibas, the meal break collection is ongoing. For this person, it failed. That means this person did not respond. For this person, it was successful. That means the clean meal break data was collected and appended back to the HyperTrack orders API, where there's a webhook available, so you can use that, or you can just pull the orders API, and you will have the meal break summary, an itemized list of the meal breaks in the billing object of the orders API. This is what a successful meal break collection looks like. So building conversational intelligence into your closeout workflow will help you close out more shifts faster. And it's the glue that's going to tie everything together. Love to take some questions. I'm going to pause here. Thanks a lot.